Don't give up. If you're at a place where you're not really sure what you want to do, explore it all. My name's Anaya Murray, and this is my story. I am a singer, actress, coder, teacher, entrepreneur, filmmaker, photographer, and writer. I do a lot of things. The first thing I got into was probably writing. As my homeschool educator, my mom wanted to make sure that me and my 3 siblings had a love and passion for writing and reading. We would be reading for hours throughout the week. We'd get in trouble because we'd be reading late at night. That was like our source of entertainment. And so when I was 6, I would write my own poems and then later on my own short stories. That would eventually turn into my love for screenwriting and different stories like that. A lot of it was just exploring early on what I'd like to do, and then I've just been able to do it more and more to a higher quality and different level in high school. Memphis is definitely where I've lived out my whole high school years. We moved to Memphis August 2019, right before the pandemic hit. So at first it was very difficult to kind of find my community and find the connections. CodeCrew is one of the first things that my mom found when we moved here. CodeCrew is a local organization where they teach kids coding and programming. So when I first started, I participated in their app making course using MIT App Inventor. And so through that course, I was able to create an app called Safety U, which won the correctional app contest for that year in our district. And with those skills, I was also able to create another app, a demo for an app called Walk in My Shoes, Raising Awareness and Change. And so at a CodeCrew, I was able to participate in hackathons, work on different groups, and win awards. I've actually been coding since I was 8 years old. Me and my sister actually put on a class for some of our friends. So we were teaching at 8 and 10 years old, teaching our friends how to code. And throughout high school, I've been able to put on different workshops for kids in Memphis, teach elementary schoolers how to code, both on my own and through CodeCrew as well. My mom wanted to find a place where I could have that art side of me as well, and so she had found Stax Music Academy. Performing at Stax has been an amazing experience. I've been able to grow in my confidence and sing with a choir and with a group. We sing soul music and different R&B and blues, and so it's really been nice to have that musical theater side and then have this whole cultural experience here. I've been able to not only perform with groups, but write songs, work on producing my own work, but also write scripts and do film as well. When I was younger, my grandparents knew that I had some interest in photography, and so they actually had bought me my own little camera. But when I moved here, I was able to take a camp with Indie Memphis and Cloud 901. They did a smartphone virtual film camp during the pandemic. When I first saw what I could do with Indie Memphis, honestly, it was just really inspiring. Being able to use high quality cameras right off the bat and having that reassurance that we'd be able to learn how to use it was just really incredible. And so I made my film The Pen Pal throughout the course of that 3 days. For that, I won, I believe, the Rising Filmmaker Award. And so they saw a seed in me, and that's where I really made my first full short film. And after that, I was like, this is exactly what I need to be doing. So that was really exciting just to see that I really do have a future in film because of Indie Memphis. The ability to do all the things I've done, I would have to give credit to being homeschooled. I've had the freedom to explore different curriculums and different environments. Whenever I've had an interest, I'm able to dive right into it. Computer science was added to my curriculum. Theater was added to my schedule. It was part of my whole learning experience. And so I think homeschool has allowed for a flexibility to explore different avenues in my life and really dedicate the time that I have throughout my school hours to things I'm actually passionate about. I definitely want to study film in college, and so that's one of the main things I do. But like I said, I do computer science, and so there's definitely an interest to double major between the two. Oftentimes people, when they see that I do computer science and art, they're kind of trying to see how that all intersects. But I think what really stems from my love of the arts is how it's an avenue to storytell. So whether you have a painting, there's a story there, or whether in code, every line of code tells a story, whether you're building an app or a website, everyone has their own different unique talents and their own unique voice, and that shows up differently in each art form. A lot of girls are artsy and they can do technology, but sometimes there's this point where people have to choose, and so I just wanted to inspire girls that you can do both. Look at me, I do technology, I do computer science, but then I'll put on, a costume and do musical theater the next day after winning an award for an app. You don't have to choose, and how your art can affect the types of apps and the different things you're passionate about. Had I not been introduced into technology early, I probably wouldn't be where I am today and haven't done all the amazing things that I've been able to accomplish. And so I think that early exposure is key. There's really not that much of an excuse to not go out and research different opportunities. If you're interested in acting, go to YouTube. There are so many different acting channels, different YouTubers that will teach you how to act and different tips. And so I think that if you're passionate about something or wanting to explore, you have the tools to research and Google and look things up to find opportunities for yourself. And then once you are inside the door, the opportunities will just keep coming and coming and coming. Don't give up if you're at a place where you're not really sure what you want to do. Explore it all. You can do so many things like you see me doing. You don't have to pick. You have a lot of options.